In this tutorial, I will teach you how to add modifiers to your 3D model in Blender. In the previous video, I was talking about some 3D modeling basics, shortcuts, and useful tips that can make 3D modeling faster. Now it's time for something different. Let's add some modifiers to the 3D model. Add a cube, and in order to add modifiers, go to Modifiers. The first modifier that I will be talking about is Subdivision Surface. It is a modifier that adds some subdivisions to the faces. It makes the faces look smoother, and if you want to add more smoothness, just click here and you will add more subdivision levels, which can increase the number of vertices. Be careful. If you increase it too much, it will cause performance issues because of a huge number of vertices. I don't recommend you to set levels viewport setting to a number larger than 2. When you try to edit your model with a subdivision surface, here is what will happen. It will make the mesh look more cube-like if you have too much edges. You can use this modifier to make various game assets. I would recommend you to make a character with this modifier, but I will make a separate tutorial about character modeling. If you want to display your 3D model without flat faces, right-click and select Shade Smooth. Here's what you get. Okay, that's it with the subdivision modifier. The next modifier I want to show you is the mirror modifier. Go to Modifiers and add Mirror. Here you can set different axes. By default it is set to X. You have to rotate the viewport with your mouse wheel, so that X-axis is on the right in order to mirror your model to the X-axis. You can also try with other axes just to experiment with mirror modeling, but I would recommend you to keep X-axis. You can mirror your model over an object. Just use Mirror Object. This is useful if you have to make a character, because you want the body parts to be symmetrical. You can also use the eyedropper tool to find the 3D object that you want your object to be mirrored. You can add another cube and mirror your model over that cube. When you try to move some parts around the X-axis, you will notice this problem, because the entire model is now mirrored. You need to go to Edit mode, add an edge loop to the middle, and remove the left part of the model. Now, when you try to move some face of the 3D model, it will also move the face that is mirrored. So this model now looks great with this mirror modifier. Let's go to the next modifier, Solidify. The Solidify modifier simply adds another layer that doubles the amount of vertices. By adjusting the thickness, you can get your 3D model thicker, but if you need a more precise solution, select even thickness to maintain thickness of all vertices. The remesh modifier is useful for remeshing a 3D object. You can adjust the voxel size or a type of remesh. You can select blocks, smooth or sharp, just to experiment with different kinds of remeshing. This modifier can also retopologize your 3D model, but you would most likely need to do it manually by adding a plane. I will also make a video about retopology in Blender. The next modifier that I want to show you is Smooth. If you want to smooth the mesh of a 3D model, this is a very useful modifier that allows you to adjust factor, repeat, and vector group that you want to smooth. You can also smooth only one axis, but on default it is set to all 3 axes. There are, however, different kinds of mesh smoothing. I will make more tutorials about smoothing, so I also want to show you some experimental modifier which is called Simple Deform. This modifier deforms your 3D model at a specific angle, but you can also set an object origin that you want to deform, or the axis of deformation. You can change deform models to bend, taper, or stretch. If you want to make a swirling object, this modifier can make it much faster than just making a screw manually. This modifier is called Screw. You can adjust angle, screw and iterations as you like, depending on what do you actually want to make from a 3D model. It can be useful for making ropes or pipes for a game project. So many games want to use this modifier just to experiment with some asset design. I forgot to tell you about array modifier. That is the first modifier that you can see when you go to generate modifiers. And on default, the count parameter is set to 2. This means your object is copied only once. There are 2 objects in the scene. You can adjust the fit type. On default, it is fixed count. In this setting, you need to increase the count number to add more objects. The next setting is fit length. You have to adjust the length. It does the same job, but it adds more objects if the length number is larger, like set it over 20, for example. And the third one is fit curve. You need to add a curve like this, and when you extrude the curve, it will also add more objects to the scene. You can also rotate your object in edit mode to achieve this effect. The relative offset is the offset, the size of geometry that will determine the distance between arrayed items. It is set to x1. When you change that number, you can position the objects further away. There are also more parameters for array modifiers, so this is basically it for this tutorial. I will make more tutorials about modifiers, some specific modifiers like cloth simulation, physics and armature, which will be part of rigging a 3D character. I also have a plan to make more 3D tutorials that are for animation, so there will be both tutorials for Blender and Unity. I'm also working on a 3D game that will be made in both Blender and Unity. This game will be most likely published next month, and more details will be announced next week. Okay, so this is the current state of the project. This game is called Matunia. I'm currently working on the UI of the game because I already designed all the levels. If you want more tutorials, consider subscribing. I will make more tutorials in the future. Stay tuned and have a good day. Goodbye.